is shot and killed. Her husband left in critical condition inside their house in New Jersey. The suspect came to the door dressed as a FedEx driver.
What a story. Todd Pyro joins us live from the newsroom as we're learning more details about the judge and her family. Todd.
So I was asked about this earlier, and I've been paying attention to this story for the past 24 hours and really didn't want to, jump any guns or put anything out there without a little bit more to it. Now, from everything I've been able to gather, the media is really pushing this onto the mother, the son, and the father, I don't even pronounce their names again. I think it's Ardrell or something like that. Daniel Ardrell and his father, or Anderl and his father, who was a defense attorney. They were shot. There was someone who dressed up like a federal, like a FedEx employee, and just blasted him as soon as he opened the door. Now, the media is really pushing the angle that the mother's connection to the Epstein case is why this took place. I'm not sure. I'm 100% not sure, but there has been findings that's taken place since. So let's keep going with this.
This is such a frightening story, guys. Good to see all three of you. The son of U.S. District Court Judge Esther Salas, shot to death last night at their home in North Brunswick, New Jersey. Pretty nice community there in Jersey. Investigators say the gunman was dressed as a FedEx driver. When he approached the home, he first shot and killed 20-year-old Daniel, then shot Salas's husband, Mark Anderl. He is a criminal defense attorney. He was shot multiple times. Right now, he is in critical but stable condition at a local hospital. The FBI is investigating the shooting, tweeting that they are looking for just one suspect. Right now, no one's in custody. The motive unclear. Salas herself is the first Latina to serve as a federal district judge in New Jersey. She was nominated to her current position by former President Barack Obama. She's heard many high-profile cases, including some involving gangs. ABC News reporting that Salas has received threats in the past. Right now, though, unclear if she was the intended target.
But the deal is that they're trying to make her the intended target. Now, one of the things that really caught me, because I've been reading everybody's coverage of this, particularly CNN, they kept calling her 20-year-old son a child, which he's 20. That's a grown man, okay? And in 20 years, you can make enemies. As a criminal defense attorney, you can make enemies. And as a federal judge, you can make enemies. The pool for conspiracy theory is ridiculous when it comes to this scenario, but there has been movement in the case. I'm playing Sonic Dash. Either ways, so suspect's body identified as Roy Den Hollander. This is the gentleman that they found, whose body they found, which they're claiming was the individual who committed this, or the suspect. I'm sorry. And then he's a suspect in the slaying. From NBC's Jonathan Dent, the body of the suspect in the Sunday killing of Daniel Anderl, identified by sources as attorney Roy Den Hollander, was found on a property in the Sullivan County town of Rockland near Liberty, which is in the New York Catskills. One senior law enforcement official says authorities are looking into whether there was a package or envelope addressed to the judge found near Den Hollander, who may have died of self-inflicted gunshot wounds. Hollander described himself on his website as an anti-feminist. Now is the time for all good men to fight for their rights before they have no rights left, it said. It also contains a list of misogynistic comments under the heading jokes. Well, which are they? Are they misogynistic comments or are they jokes? His family could not be reached for comment. His website contains the following prompt: contact Roy to help battle the infringement of men's rights by the feminists and their fellow sisters, the PCers. Hollander showed up at the home of, pause. Insider New Jersey, because we just went from Fox News to Insider New Jersey, in case you didn't know. He's still a suspect. So the word allegedly is really necessary in the framing of this, but this is why the story feels a little too neat and convenient. If you're gonna go through all this stuff to dress up as a delivery driver and everything else like that, and then not even get your intended target. Huh? Like, wait, what? Hollander showed up at the home of, allegedly showed up at the home of Judge Esther Salas on Sunday dressed as a FedEx deliveryman. Why isn't her name Esther Anderl? Just curious. Like when you get married, right? Like that, you usually take your husband. You know what? It's not my business. He killed the judge's 20-year-old son, Mr. Anderl, and critically wounded her husband, criminal defense attorney Mark Anderl, 63, who is said to be in critical condition after the injury. According to the NBC report, authorities are investigating whether a gun found at the scene matches the one used to kill Judge. Can just call the man Daniel. Like they keep boosting the judge. Why? Like Daniel's the one that got murdered. Yo, justice for Daniel. Jesus Christ. Daniel Anderl and wounded her husband, Mark Anderl, law enforcement sources said. Den Hollander is a notoriously anti-feminist men's rights attorney whose vitriolic website and book condemn women in rage-filled terms. In one of his books, he specifically blasted Salas by name as lazy and incompetent and said her only accomplishment was being a high school cheerleader. Den Hollander appeared in her court at one time as counsel in a lawsuit over the all-male military draft. Hollander had a case pending before Salas challenging the military's men-only draft, according to the Daily Beast. A source close to Judge Salas says he believes the judge and not her husband was Hollander's intended target. Well, then why didn't he wait for her? Right? Because that's what a hitter would do. Like, I mean, particularly when you're going to go to this Hitman Agent 47 levels of deception in order to get close to a target. I actually believe she was like home at the time, so if she was the target, she would have been hit. Right or wrong, there is so much to this story that just doesn't hit the ear properly, particularly in the how neat and clean a lot of the having a suspect this quickly and this concisely with this much of a directed issue with the judge that ended up surviving is. Let's finish up the Fox News report.
The Associated Press reporting that Salas was recently assigned to a case brought by Deutsche Bank investors who claimed the bank failed to monitor high-risk customers, including Jeffrey Epstein. She previously sentenced Real Housewives of New Jersey star Teresa Giudice to more than a year in prison for fraud. That was back in 2014. Of course, this story is still developing. Just happened yesterday at about 5 p.m. We'll bring
And that's the thing that's like there once again, it's a focus on the person who didn't get killed. The son was the one that ended up getting slumped. Rest in peace, Daniel. And the husband is the one that ended up getting hit. But they're so, I don't know why it feels like they're just really gearing towards pushing the motive onto the mom. I don't know why that sits weird with me. But with that being said, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of you boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Once again, rest in peace, Daniel Anderl. But 20 years on the planet Earth is more than enough time to create enemies, right? So, there's a lot of, and he was the one that got hit, and the father got hit. But for this to be an assassination attempt on the judge herself, I mean, I'm not jiving with the level of professionalism shown on one end and the level of carelessness shown on another. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just my analytical mind. I'm not sure. But you may disagree, which is what I have a comment section for. All right. Until the next one.